Hey everyone, it's Carolyn. I'm an empath and psychic, and for today's video, I have another pick a pile reading for you. And so for today's pick a pile reading, we're going to be focusing on what you need to create, what you need to spend more energy doing, and what you need to focus on during the next couple weeks, and any advice that you need to know when you do this. And so I have 4 different piles for you to choose from today. You can always watch more than one pile if that's what you're drawn to. Just do what makes sense for you. And I'm also going to have the timestamps linked in the description box down below in case you want to look at the angel numbers and pick your piles that way. And so with the 4 different piles today, we have pile 1, Lumin Essence, pile 2, Awakened Awareness, pile 3, She of the Lotus, and pile 4, Manifestia. So take a moment and pause the video if you want to meditate as you choose what pile or piles you're being drawn to. Like I said, all the timestamps are going to be in the description box down below. This is a collective reading, so it's going to be meant for lots of people, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. If you want to get your own in-depth private reading, I do sell them. You can check out my Etsy shop, or you can message me on Facebook or Instagram. Everything's going to be linked in the description box down below. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Please hit subscribe. I would love to have you a part of this family, and make sure you turn on that bell notification so you see when I post my next video. I post multiple videos every week, including more pick a pile readings like this. I also do zodiac readings and collective readings, and I also do unboxing videos of different tarot and oracle decks, and I also do educational videos to help you all with your spiritual journeys. And so with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start off the readings. So those of you who chose pile 1 with Lumin Essence, I'm going to put this card off to the side. Then you have card 29, Harmonic Flight, Rainbow, Wishbone, Career, Dark Man, Green Tara, the Buddha of Enlightened Action, Rita of Caskia, the Patroness of Impossible Causes, card 43, the Unexpected Blue Moon, and then you have Tea Tree, Binding, Time, Courage, and Rose, Romance. So I'm going to take a moment and rearrange these cards so you can see them a bit better. So the first thing I want to say, I feel like this isn't the main message. I feel like it's not going to apply to everyone, but definitely is a message that's coming up. I feel like some of you who are watching this, you're going to have a rainbow baby. And I say that because we have the rainbow card, we have the unexpected. We have a lot of cards here that are showing some type of connection between you and your person. So in this card here, it's like literally like 2 halves, like the feminine and the masculine coming together, being connected. And then you have the tea tree binding, where it's like you're being connected to someone, you're being bound to them, and then rose, romance. Then we also have the wishbone, which is a wish being granted. And then here we have the patroness of impossible causes. I am miraculous. My prayers create a powerful channels of possibility. So it sounds like there could be some sort of miracle happening to you. So I definitely want to put that out there. I don't typically do health readings, but I feel like this message is going to apply for some of you. And so I wanted to share it with you, is that if you're going through something, just continue to keep talking to your doctors and trying to focus on the positive, and I feel like something good is going to come out of this. But for those of you where this isn't applying, I sense that what you need to focus on next is actually your career. And so when it comes to your career, this could be your actual like career as in work, but this could also just be what you like to spend your time doing, because some people, like, it's not that you dislike your career, but it's like your career isn't your identity, and like you have other things outside of your career that would be considered career-like, even though they are not necessarily going hand in hand with what you're doing. So this is going to be whatever is piquing your interest, that you're spending the most time doing, that is actually going to help provide some skill set that can be translated into your career. And I get the sense that this is really going to involve someone else in a way where you were either working with other people or you were helping other people. And so this Dark Man card, this could be talking about the people that you're going to be interacting with. This could also be representing yourself. But I really am getting the sense with this Lumin Essence card, you could be going into the medical field, because I also sense that with card 29, the way that the 2 energies are being intertwined reminds me a lot of times of like the symbol for healthcare. And then to me, this is like a heartbeat. So I get the sense that you could be going into something medical where you are helping people, or you were helping heal people in some way, where it's not necessarily like being an actual doctor, but you are connecting with people. So you're in some sort of field or going to be doing something where you are connecting with people, communicating with them, and helping them with themselves and helping them heal. So to me, I definitely get the sense that you could be an empath. You were definitely meant to have a purpose where you are helping raise people up, kind of level them up. And the thing is, it doesn't even have to be like spiritually uplifting someone. Like if someone is in a bad mindset, or if they are going through rough times, you could go in and help raise them up in the sense where you're helping them gain this courage within themselves to overcome their obstacles. And with the rainbow, it's like the most difficult part of a situation is over. So I really get the sense that it's like you are meant to connect with people and help them, and actually give them insight, give them information where they can then change their own life. Because it's like you were offering them this wishbone, where it's like you were helping them with a wish, with your manifestations. And then you had the Buddha of enlightened action. My soul informs my every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. So some of you, you could actually be spiritual. You could be, I feel like some of you could do Reiki. So you might want to look into that. I also feel like some of you actually like read tarot cards, or you do divination of some sorts, or you can even just read people's like auras and their energy. And it's like you're being drawn to these areas of your life in order to learn how you can connect with your intuition, and then you're going to help others heal themselves or work on themselves, self-improve themselves, so that you can help enlighten them, but also give them messages they need to receive. And so I feel like some of you, it's like you were drawn to reach out to people without really knowing why. It's like you were drawn to people. And I feel like that's because you're meant to help them in some way. I feel like that's part of your purpose. I feel like some of you might even be about to go through a career change or shift in your career, where you are moving between different locations, or you were switching your career entirely. And the reason for that is like you're meant to meet these new people because you're meant to help them. You're meant to spend your energy and time showing them different possibilities and giving them advice and helping them, because it really feels like you have a healing energy. And I feel like that is going to be really beneficial, because you're not only like helping people with your compassion, but you're also like allowing people to find the courage within themselves where they are actually changing their lives, where it's like you're not going in and healing someone in the sense of fixing everything for them, or being the end all be all for their healing, but it's like you are some sort of catalyst in their healing journey, where you are helping them, you're pushing them one step closer to that finish line, where things that they thought were impossible, they now have the courage to go and do, and they're not afraid. It's like you're that light in the dark, you're that spark. And I sense that it's really going to help you connect with people. And I think you are going to grow your circle, where you are going to know a lot more people and be able to have people open up to you in ways that you never did before. I feel like some of you could be an introvert. And so that's why it's very unexpected, because it's like you were more introverted, but yet you are now changing your life and focusing more on extroverted activities where you're actually connecting with people. But the reason for it is that you are still being very smart with your energy, where it's like you're helping people when you have your energy to do so. You're not draining yourself to go and help these people, because you know the boundaries of what you can and can't do for people. And so it's like you are being very realistic when you are changing directions and courses to help people. You are not going above and beyond what you know you're capable of. It's like you are being very balanced, and I sense that because you have this harmonic flight where you literally have the feminine and the masculine energy, and it's like you're working in tandem with yourself. You're balancing yourself, because you can't heal people if you yourself are not healed, and it's like you're aware of that, you know that. And I also get the sense it's like some of you could be a motivational speaker of some type, where it's like you went through a difficult situation, you were overcoming a difficult situation right now. Some of you, it could have been with your person, with this romance, and it's like now you are using that, you're sharing your advice with people, you're giving them tips so that they don't go through what you went through, or if they're going through it, you're giving them solutions. I really feel like your energy is shifting you, where you are kind of stepping out of your comfort zone and trying to prevent things for people, or trying to help them in ways that you never thought you would, because I feel like you never thought you would get to that place. I feel like a lot of this is very new to you. It feels like there's a major shift in your energy, where it's like all of a sudden you are being drawn to help people. And it's like, not that you weren't helping people before, but you never felt like you had to spend a lot of your time doing it. Like you never really saw how you were helping heal people. It's like you didn't realize that you had that much of an effect on people. And now you're realizing that you do, because you actually have some wisdom within yourself that you're now acknowledging and sharing that. And with Lumin Essence, this card here, it's like this light bulb moment went off in your head and you're like, wait, like, I can help people, I can do this. It's like you found the courage within yourself to believe in yourself and actually like want to do it. Like it feels like something that you're drawn to do, but that you're also wanting to do because you feel like this is your purpose. I really feel like a lot of you, it's like you're shifting your career and your interest and your hobbies in order to actually feel authentic. It's like this finally makes sense for you. I feel like you were a little bit lost leading up into this, and it's because it's like you never found exactly what you wanted to do. And I feel like some of you, looking back on your previous careers and the things that you did, it's like you were always drawn to help people, but the fields that you went into, the things that you were doing weren't helping them the way that you really want to help people. And so I feel like now it's like you have focused more on how you can actually help, and you're going more direct with it. Instead of just having it be something that you sometimes do in your career, now it's becoming a bigger part of your life. I also want to point out that if you look at your numerology, you have card 35, which reduces to 8, card 29, which reduces to 2, and we have card 43, which reduces to 7. So 8 is a number about manifestations and its infinite possibilities. And so literally like miraculous, like unexpected things where you can literally manifest whatever you want. Like if you think it, it can happen. And so nothing is truly impossible. It's like wishes can be granted. Anything you want to happen is yours. I also feel like some of you, those of you who are spiritual, you could be going into spell work, and that is how you're helping heal yourself and help heal others. And that's where it's like binding. Like some of you are allowing yourselves to help people with protection spells. Some of you could be like love spells, but like self-love and like actually taking care of them and doing things that are good for them, that are going to be beneficial. Like you're not just trying to do spells for no reason. It's like you're trying to help people get the things they want and allow them to be happy with what they're doing. And then with number 2, that is an energy all about communication and duality and balance. And so that's where I really feel like things are shifting for you, where you are really connecting with people and opening up more doors of conversation with people, where it's like even you are sharing personal things about yourself, and not in an oversharing type of way, but as in, I understand you, I connect with you, and I get you, and I'm gonna help you. And I feel like that was something you never really did before. I think when you were going through issues or you were dealing with these problems, like you kept them internal to yourself and you just dealt with them. Maybe you shared it with some close people in your life, but majority of the world did not know. And I feel like that's what's really shocking and unexpected, is that now you're going out and you're sharing your story and your experiences in order to help people. And again, it's like really going from that introverted energy into that extroverted energy. It's like you are putting yourself out there, being vulnerable. And then number 7 is a number that is all about introspection and reflection and analyzing things. And so it's like you are literally like analyzing your life and using your skills, using your knowledge in order to help people. And I also feel like for those of you where you're actually going into the medical field, it's like upon reflection, upon looking back, you're going to look and see like the trends in your life of like how you were always meant to do this, or how you were always like drawn to this. I feel like some of you, it's like if you look at your childhood, it's like you like we're always talking about doctors, or you watched a lot of doctor type shows on TVs. I really get the sense that it's like there's going to be certain trends like that, that when you look back and reflect on your life, you see it, it makes sense, where it's like, oh, okay, this feels like it was unexpected, but really it was there all along and I just didn't fully know it. I didn't fully see it. I also feel like some of you, this could be generational or ancestral, where maybe like the people in your immediate family aren't similar to you, that you might not connect with them, but if you look upon like older generations, you're going to see like, oh, I'm very similar to this person in my family line, where it's like it makes sense, like there's some sort of pattern, there's some sort of trend that you can pinpoint, that you can see it, that you can analyze and make sense of it. And so I think that this is going to be a different shift for you because it is unexpected, because it's so unlike you. But then you're going to realize that this really was always a part of you. It just was hidden, and it's like you're uncovering it now because this chain of events that made you go through this difficult situation, they uncovered it, because it's exactly like a rainbow where, you know, you have that rain and things are cloudy, they're gloomy, you don't see it, but then all of a sudden you see a rainbow and you don't always see it. It doesn't always come out, but when it does, you notice it. And that's what's going on now. It's like this was something that might not have been uncovered if it was not for those chain of events that just led up to this moment for you to have that light bulb moment and realize and analyze your life in a way where you were actually able to make this shift. So if you have been thinking about changing your career or doing things that really put you out there, make you more vulnerable with others in order to help them, I would really encourage you to go towards that, because it's going to be extremely beneficial for you and extremely fulfilling. I also want to point out that if you were seeing the numbers 827, like that angel number, that it's confirmation from the universe that you're on the correct path, that you are doing what's meant for you, and that this is going to lead to really good things for you in your life. If you want to look up angel numbers, I recommend you just Googling them or using any books that you have and doing what resonates for you, because everyone's angel number is going to resonate differently for them, because a lot of different sites say different things. So just find a source that you really like and use that to explain the angel more in depth for you. But I really get the sense for you that the next thing that you're going to be focusing on is others and healing yourself in order to help others, and really allowing yourselves to be put out on the line and adapt your skills, learn new things in order to share that with others or help them in some way, whether that's mentally, physically, emotionally. It's like you are really going to be someone that others can lean on. And what I'm also being told right now, it's like with this unexpected card, it's literally this person leaning on another person. I don't think you ever thought that people were going to rely on you as much as they do, but they are. And the thing is, I feel like some of you, you're like, wait, no, I'm not ready for that. I don't want that responsibility. But the thing is, you are ready for it. And that's why Spirit is pushing you towards it, because you're ready. You're meant for it. Like, this has been a part of you. You just have not uncovered it yet. And so it's going to be really good and fulfilling for you when you allow yourself to see what you're truly meant to do and how you're truly meant to help others. And in turn, by helping others heal, you are also healing yourself. You're learning things that you can apply to your own life, because we're always growing. We're constantly evolving. And so by you shifting and going through this unexpected change, that's allowing you to become a better person. And so it's like this ever-growing circle where you are giving to others and they're also giving to you in ways that might not be known, they might not be seen, but they are affecting you. And so that's a really beneficial thing about this. It's like you're not only doing good for you, you're also doing good for the others, which in turn is making everyone do more good. And so I really sense that it's like this change and these things that you're being called to do, allow yourself to give into them. Don't be fearful, don't be afraid, because if you weren't meant for it, you wouldn't be drawn to it. So just allow yourself to relax a little bit, have some courage as you go through this. And I feel like things are going to be really good for you, and you're going to have your wishes coming true. You're going to be manifesting a lot of good. And so just stay positive and optimistic that the outcome is going to be one that you really enjoy, because I really feel like everything that is going on now, yes, it's completely different and it's kind of scary and intimidating, but you really have nothing to fear. It's all going to be okay. And I also get the sense that for some of you who are single, this new shift, this change in energy, this change in your environment could actually lead to you meeting someone new with this romance card. So stay optimistic about your love life as well. So I really hope this resonates for you. If it did, let me know in the YouTube comments down below. Also give this video a big thumbs up and share with others who need to hear this message. If you want to get your own in-depth private reading, I do sell them. You can check out my Etsy shop, or you can message me on Facebook or Instagram. Everything's going to be linked in the description box down below. Make sure that you subscribe if you're new to the channel, and also turn on that bell notification so you don't miss out when I post my next video. I'm going to have more videos for you to watch next, linked in the cards above, and I can't wait to see you all in my next video. I hope you have a good one. Bye. So those of you who chose Awakened Awareness, I'm going to go ahead and put your card off to the side here. So you also have Elephant, V, Archway, Fly, card 18, Alignment, Catherine Laborde, Card 1, the Void, Dark Moon, and Olive Peace. So I'm going to take a moment and move these cards around so you can see them a bit better. So for your message, what you're going to be kind of creating and spending your energy on, I feel like there is some tough love that Spirit is telling you. And Spirit isn't telling you this tough love in the sense of like trying to patronize you or try and like have you wake up to a certain situation that you're doing incorrectly. It's more so to let you know that the only one who's going to take care of yourself and save yourself and protect yourself is you. And so if you're relying on others to do that, you're going to be disappointed and it's not going to end well. You have to rely on yourself. It's not saying don't trust people and don't rely on people to some extent, but it's saying you have to put yourself first, because if you're not putting yourself first, others are not going to step up to the way that you are wanting them to, and you're only going to be disappointed then. So I want to start off by saying that I don't typically do health readings, but because of this card, I am going to let you know that this is indicating ill health or depression. So make sure that you are being very smart with the people you have in your life. Make sure that you are having people that you can rely on, and make sure that you're taking the proper care for your health if these issues do arise for you. What I'm sensing for you is that there is going to be something going on where it is leading to you not feeling the best. I am getting that with the Void, where it is kind of indicating that you are going to be either hurt by someone or things are not going to be feeling good, things are going to be going wrong, and you're going to be frustrated by it, because you also have the Elephant and it says a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. So to me, it feels like everything you're going through now, it's meant to help you grow, but when you're in it, it's going to feel draining and taxing and exhausting. So I want to let you know that it's okay to take moments for yourself. It's okay to focus on yourself and just take care of yourself. Even if you're not doing anything else productive that day, as long as you're taking care of yourself, that's the main goal for you. Because not every day during this is going to be your best day. I feel like some of you, this could be caused between a rift between you and another person. And I say that because we have olive here and it says peace. And to me, it's like extending that olive branch, trying to get the peace. So I sense that there might be people in your life that could be triggering this event to happen, where you feel kind of lost or abandoned by them, or like they are not treating you the way that you deserve to be treated, or they are not living up to the expectations you have placed upon them. And I think that's why Spirit is telling you, it's like you need to put yourself first, because with this awakened awareness, when you learn the truth of a situation, you can't unlearn that truth. And so it's like, sometimes awareness is great because it helps us be wiser, but it can also cause us some pain, because sometimes we didn't want to see the truth. Sometimes we don't want to admit it to ourselves. Sometimes the saying ignorance is bliss is true, or at least it feels that way. And so what I sense that's going to be happening to you is that there is going to be a situation in which you feel like you no longer have someone that you used to rely on, or someone that you wanted in your life. And as a result of it, it's going to be making you feel upset, and you are not going to be super focused on yourself. It's like you were kind of losing yourself in this process. And what you are going to end up creating as a result of it is you are going to end up going on this journey where you are learning to create your own happiness and creating this victory for you, because it says victory in some endeavor. So the thing is, victory is not the same to everyone. Victory is different, and so you are learning and creating the victory that makes sense for you. And with Archway, it's like new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. So it's like you are focusing on creating a victory out of this situation however you can, that's going to lead to other opportunities. Basically, you are focusing your energy on picking yourself back up instead of allowing yourself to stay down, instead of allowing this to destroy you. You are trying to find your alignment and what you are meant to do. And then with this card here, it says the Patroness of Miraculous Healing. I am ready to heal. I am worthy of the miracles meant for me. I feel like some of you need to write that down and repeat that affirmation to yourself daily. But what I'm sensing for you, that is currently what's going on. That one card sums up all the other cards' energy of what this message is for you. It's that you are creating this healing within yourself, and you are allowing yourself to open up to miracles that are meant for you, where you are finding your alignment through this journey. You can't prevent this from happening to you, but you can change the way that you're going to let it affect you. That's what's going on now, where it's like the thing that you're creating, the thing you're spending time on is yourself, where you are definitely focusing more on your mindset and your own well-being. And I feel like with this olive card here, if this is triggered by a certain person in your life who's not living up to your expectations or not being supportive of you, the olive card is telling you, you don't necessarily have to make peace with them, reunite with them. For some of you, you may choose to do so. For others, it's not meant for you because what they did was too extreme or too hurtful, too painful. But what Spirit wants you to do with this peace card is allow you to have peace with the situation, where you are not harboring these negative emotions anymore, where you are taking steps to become more neutral to it, where you're not forgiving them, you're not giving them a free pass, but you're at peace with the fact that it happened, that you can't go back and you can't change it, and that you have learned from it and you're not going to let it happen to you again. And that it is something you will remember, but you don't have to hold on to those emotions. You can hold on to the wisdom aspect and be like, I'm no longer going to trust that person. I'm not going to rely on this person anymore. And you can set boundaries with them, but have peace where you are not holding on to these emotions in the sense where you are losing yourself in these negative emotions. Because I feel like that's what's going on at first, is that the way that this person hurt you really affected you. And you have every right to feel those emotions, but you have to then figure out a way to navigate your life in a productive way where you're not allowing these emotions to hold you back from being able to live your life the way that you're meant to live it. And that's what this awareness is for. It's like, you know what, you woke up to the situation, now you have to also wake up to yourself and have that self-accountability where you're checking in with yourself and actually making sure that you're doing things that are productive for you and not hurting you. And that's where you're going to find this victory. Because if you don't do this inner work, if you don't do this inner reflection, you're never going to heal. You're never going to get these new opportunities, because all you'll be is stuck. And I feel like with the fly card here, I'm also being told, it's like, you know, like the fly traps. Like if a fly flies into it, that they're stuck, they're trapped. And it's like, you have an option to like be smart, navigate where you're going, control where you're going, be aware of where you're going so you don't fly into that fly trap. Or you can fly into that fly trap. Have no regard for where you're going. Just allow yourself to become very upset and angry at this person. Use it to fuel other emotions that are more negative for you. And just stay stuck and not grow and not get the goals that you want, not achieve things because you're so stuck on this one thing. And that's where Spirit is having some tough love with you, because they're like, we don't want you to do this. Like, we have other plans for you. Like, yes, this is a temporary setback. Yes, it's going to be painful, but everyone goes through something painful and you have the strength to overcome it. It's not saying it's going to be easy, but it's doable. It's possible. And so that's where it's like, you have to have that accountability within yourself to be able to overcome it. And I also feel like for some of you, it's like, this does not have to be big steps. Like, this says a long journey. So like, if you have to take this one step at a time and make those steps extremely small in order for you to actually feel like you can do it, that's fine. You can do whatever you need to do in order to get into this place where you figure out your victory and you start to achieve it. It's not going to happen overnight for you, but the more that you focus on wanting to heal, that's going to bring you one step closer to your goal, where you're in alignment with yourself. I also want to point out something that's really interesting. If we look at your cards, 17 reduces to number 8. 18 reduces to number 9, and then we have number 1. So number 8 is a number about manifestations. And so with manifestations, it's like you can manifest whatever you want. Like, anything is possible. And so even though this is a challenging situation, you're going to be able to overcome it because you are manifesting that. You are ready to heal. the patroness of miraculous healing. Like you are healing in a way that you didn't think was possible, but you are capable of doing it because you have that inner strength. You have that resilience within you. Because 8 can kind of represent the infinity symbol. So it's like anything is possible. You have the ability to pick yourself back up, but you also have the same possibility to choose not to do so. And that's why Spirit is telling you, you have to make the conscious choice to heal, to work on yourself. And then we have number 1 here. Number 1 is the beginning. It's the first step. And so right now it's kind of representing the catalyst for all this stuff, the emotions, the negative emotions, and the stuck energy that this journey is trying to have you overcome. And so because 1 is the first number in numerology, it's literally telling you, it's like your starting point is this more negative energy. It's this situation that sucks. Because Spirit isn't going to sugarcoat it. It's like, this is not going to feel good. It's not going to be easy, but you're going to be able to overcome it. But this is where you're starting from. So it can only go up from here. Then with number 9, 9 is about cycles, completions, and endings. And finally, like having that final thing you have to do, that final accomplishment. And so for it to be alignment is literally indicating to you that you start off losing yourself, not having a sense of identity, not really knowing what to do or where to go, not having any answers or clarity. It's like you were very lost, very confused, very hurt. Alignment, you're no longer hurt. You're healing, you're fulfilled, you are happy with yourself, you're loving yourself, you're treating yourself good, and you're at peace with yourself, and you know what you want and you know what you don't want. And so it goes from lack of control to complete control. That's how you're going to break this cycle. That's how you're going to get your victory, because you're going to be in alignment with yourself. You're going to feel happy and fulfilled by your life and by the choices that you're making with this wisdom for these new possibilities. And so I really get the sense that it's like the thing that you're going to put your energy towards next is yourself and finding your alignment. And so it's like, even though like the reasons behind it aren't the best, you're going to be able to get past it. And that's what Spirit wanted you to know with this message, is that you're going to find your alignment. You're going to find your victory. You're going to get the wisdom, and you're going to use that to find peace within yourself, to be truly happy with yourself, and allow yourself to achieve all these new possibilities and look at things with a new perspective, and then go and create even more with these new opportunities and do things that you never thought were possible. And so it's a really good message for you. Even though it's not the best circumstances, you're gonna be okay. You have the inner strength, and I'm sending you so much love and light as you're going through this, because it's something that you're capable of doing. And don't be afraid, like even if someone has hurt you or they betrayed you, you can still rely on people during this process. Like, rely on the people you need to. If you need other people to help hold you accountable, that's okay. You can use them. Just don't use others in place of yourself. So if someone's helping you to be accountable, make sure that they're helping you do it, where you're still holding yourself accountable, but now they're here assisting you with it. Don't just rely on one person to hold you accountable, to fix you, to heal you, because no one can heal you. You have to do that yourself. That's the message Spirit is giving you. So don't be afraid, because I didn't want you to get confused by my wording with things. Don't feel like you can't rely on others during this process, because I think if you went and did not rely on anyone, completely shut people out of your life, I feel like you're gonna make this situation harder than it needs to be for you. It's like, use the people that you can, just don't use them in place of yourself. It's like, don't try and live your life through them or have them make you live your life. It's like, you have to do things for yourself. It's the same way with any other goal in life. You can tell someone your goals all you want, and they can be rooting for you, they can support you, but they can't make that goal for you. It's like, if you're trying to lose weight, they can't make you lose weight. You have to go and put in the work and the accountability yourself in order to lose weight. They can support you and they can help you and give you guidance, give you tips, but they physically can't do it for you. So I just wanted to clear that up. But I really am sending you so much love and light as you're going through this. And just remember that you're stronger than this situation and you're going to be okay. So I hope this resonates for you. If it does, let me know in the YouTube comments down below. Also give this video a big thumbs up and share with others who need to hear it. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure that you're subscribed and you turn on that bell notification so you see when I post my next video. If you want to get your own in-depth private reading, I do sell them. You can check out my Etsy shop, or you can message me on Facebook or Instagram. Everything's going to be linked in the description box down below. And I'm going to have more videos for you to watch next, linked in the cards above. And I can't wait to see you all in my next video. I hope you have a good one. Bye. So those of you who chose She of the Lotus, I'm going to put your card off to the side here. So you also have Camel, Journey to Wholeness, Pravati, card 39, Beaver Moon Creation, Dandelion Wishes, and Chamomile Relax. So I'm going to take a moment to move these cards around so you can see them a bit better. So what I'm sensing for you with what you're creating, what you're focusing your energy on, I want to point out we have Journey to Wholeness. And so wholeness represents this idea of completion within ourselves. And a lot of times we can get so lost and caught up in trying to find validation through other people when really we need to find it within ourselves, because when you're chasing after someone else, or if you're trying to find validation through other people or through society, you're always going to feel a level of incompetence and incompletion within yourself. And so I really feel like Spirit is telling you to start focusing on yourself, start going on your own journey to wholeness. And this is going to be different for all of you who are watching this, but it's telling you to do things that make you happy, that are serving you and actually leading you into a better life. And I also want to point out, you have She of the Lotus. That was the card that you were drawn to. And so with the lotus, it is a flower that is developed in the murky waters, and it kind of has to go past these murky waters in order to fully bloom, in order for us all to see it. And that's when it reaches the sunlight. And so it's in darkness for this long period of time. And so it's like, just because you're in a period of darkness does not mean that it's permanent. It doesn't mean that you're stuck there. And so it's really a card that's saying, like, you are of the lotus, you are of perseverance. And so you were drawn to this pile because of your perseverance, because that's what the universe recognizes in you and wants you to use this to create things for yourself. Because then you also have this card, the Goddess of Devotion. And with this goddess, there's a lot of references to being of the mountain. And so when we think of a mountain, it's strong and stable and secure, and it's also like a protector because it can keep things out because of the rocky terrain. And when you are wanting to overcome a mountain, you have to have a lot of perseverance, you have to have a lot of strength. And also, if you think about it, a mountain is very tall, and a lot of times it reaches the sky. And so it also has like a spiritual meaning with that when you think about things being up towards the sky. And so it's not saying that you have to have a particular faith in particular, but it's saying have that faith in yourself, have that spiritual connection with yourself so that you reach this wholeness. That completion is being represented with that mountain. And it's again a symbol of protection and of strength that you need to have within yourself. Then you have the camel card here. And the camel is an animal that can cross the desert, which is not the easiest terrain, and it also can store water. It can hold it, it can be smart, it can be wise and hold on to things for later, it can save it, and it has storage within itself. And it literally says persevere and you will overcome problems. And then you have the Beaver Moon Creation, and the thing about beavers, they create dams. And so again, a very sturdy structure that's meant for a purpose, that has a reason behind it, and is used in order to create a better situation. Like when you think of beavers too, you also think of the saying like, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck? And so it's like when we think on that saying, it's like associating beavers with wood, like literally creating, which this is a card creation. And I also want to point out, numerology wise, 39 equals number 3. When you reduce the numbers, 3 is a number about discovery and curiosity. And so what you're being told, like, even though this was a pick a pile on kind of like what you're creating or what to focus your energy on, it's like you're literally being told creation. Like you are being told you are connecting with yourself. You're focusing your energy on yourself. And with that, by connecting with yourself and reaching this wholeness within yourself, you are looking at the people around you, the situations around you, and yourself, and you're being very logical and wise about how can I best protect this? The things that I want and the people I care and love about, how can I protect them? How can I be wise? What can I do now? Like, what can I learn and use this as a skill later on? And also, what is something that I might have to sacrifice now that's going to pay off later on? I really feel like right now your energy is going to be spent planning things. So I feel like this is one, planning for the future. I feel like if any of you are wanting to, buy a house, start a family, change careers, like anything major like that, a major life change, you are really planning it, you're considering monitoring it, and you are making sure that you are really thinking of all the outcomes, what it's going to mean for you. Because with this dandelion card, it says wishes, and this chamomile card says relax. And so the thing is, it's like you were relaxed, you know your wishes were going to come through, but you were also planning for them and all the outcomes so that you can be relaxed. Because the thing about being relaxed, it's not saying that you have to just be like, well, we'll see what happens. You can be relaxed because you made a plan for everything. And so even the worst case scenario, it's like you now know how you're going to navigate it, and now you're whole within yourself because you're looking at the whole picture. You're not waiting for any blind spots to come into your life and create a chaos that you can't overcome, because that's why you're going to persevere and overcome any problem, because you are really taking time now to think things through and be wise and calculated with your moves towards the future. I also get the sense now that if you are dealing with any issues, you are really sitting down, making a plan and thinking about how to overcome them. You're not just hoping to overcome them. And that's where there's a lot of determination within you, a lot of perseverance, and this ability to be like this mountain and protect yourself. And so I feel like right now it's like you're putting your energy into yourself, and you're also putting your energy to devote to the people you care about, to the situations you care about. And you're not going to allow people to burst your bubble or create chaos in your life permanently. Like, they might come in temporarily, but you're going to get them out of your life. And so I feel like right now it's like creating that plan, creating that map for yourself, for your life, really thinking things through. And that's where you're in a really big planning phase. And I also feel like right now with the wishes card, like, manifest things, like whatever you want to create, you have the ability to do so, because you have the ability to find that wholeness and determination inside of yourself to make yourself go out and achieve it, to work hard and achieve it. And so you can manifest whatever you want right now. So if you have a manifestation, maybe no one else believes in it, maybe you are the only one who believes in it, sit down with yourself, make a plan, figure out how you get from where you are to that goal, what's going to happen along that journey, and start to break that down into baby steps and do them one step at a time. I guarantee you that spirit is going to help guide you to achieve that. And sometimes your goals might change. You might decide later on that you want a new plan, and that it took you from point A to point B, but now you want to get to point C. So it's like you can always adjust your plan because it's your plan, but I really feel like you're going to have spirit support because it's going to be something that you're trying to manifest because of what you want. You're not doing it for others. I really feel like now is your time to create the life you want and live your life for you, not live it for others, and really be selective and protective of who you allow into your life and who you trust and open up to, because it's like, not everyone is going to have your back, but you're okay with that because you have your back. And so it's like just being selective and make sure that the people in your life are genuine, that you can genuinely trust, and then you're going to rely on them. And it's like you're not going to have time for people who are fake or two-faced, or people who are going to try and cut you down to make themselves feel better. Because again, it's like that mountain energy. You are protected. You're not going to let strangers come in easily. It's like if people want to get into your lives, they're going to have to prove themselves to you, and they're going to do that by overcoming the mountain. And so it's like, you know, if you have boundaries and people don't like that boundary and that deters them from your life, that's okay. You didn't need them. I really feel like right now you're creating a protective life for yourself in which you are fulfilled, in which you feel whole and complete, and you're relaxed with your life because you're happy with it and you are actually getting what you want out of life. And I feel like it's going to be a really good shift for you, and it's going to help you gain a lot more confidence and inner strength, because you have the strength, but it's like you haven't tapped into it. I think now there's going to be a shift in your energy that you're going to focus on setting these boundaries, protecting yourself, and really being okay with being by yourself. I feel like some of you just start doing some more things by yourself. Just start creating more independence, and you're going to realize that you can want people, but you don't need others in order to be happy and be complete. And you're really learning that, and now you're doing things for yourself, and that's making all your plans a lot more productive, because now there's a place of reasoning for why you want it, instead of just doing things because you feel like you have to or you should. It's like now you have that inner reason, that why, that's making you curious to go out and do it and discover things about yourself that you never knew before. I really feel like you're gonna spend a lot of time learning and connecting with yourself and gaining a lot more insight on who you truly are. And so I really feel like that's what you're creating right now. You're creating yourself, and you're creating the life that you genuinely want, that's actually gonna make you happy and fulfilled. And so I really hope that this resonates for you. If it does, let me know in the YouTube comments down below. Also give this video a big thumbs up and share with others who need to hear it. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure that you're subscribed and you turn on that bell notification so you see when I post my next video. If you wanna get your own in-depth private reading, I do sell them. You can check out my Etsy shop or you can message me on Facebook or Instagram. Everything's gonna be linked in the description box down below. And I'm gonna have more videos for you to watch next, linked in the cards above. And I can't wait to see you all in my next video. I hope you have a good one. Bye. So those of you who chose Manifestia, I'm gonna go ahead and put your card to the side. So you also have 16, Loving Compassion. You have Boat, Hammock, Older Man, Bag. Card 41, Queen of the Moon, Sovereignty. Card 5, Waxing Crescent 3, Growth. Hestia, the Goddess of Sanctuary, and Cloves, Gossip. So I'm going to take a moment and move these cards around so you can see them a bit better. So what I'm sensing for you, I really feel like you're going to be focusing your energy on something that could be related to your career, but it's definitely related on some sort of narrative that you were trying to spin in your favor. Because of Cloves and Gossip, to me, it's like you're trying to change the narrative of the gossip and focus more on yourself. And the reason why I think this gossip is something you're creating to put onto yourself is because we have a lot of cards here that indicate sovereignty and growth, loving compassion, and we have the Goddess of Sanctuary. So to me, it's indicating that you're not so much putting your energy out into trying to create gossip about someone for no reason. It doesn't feel like you're trying to be petty or cause drama with this growth. To me, it feels more like you are trying to protect yourself, take control of things with the sovereignty, and create change. Because 41 reduces to number 5, and then we have 5 again with growth. 5 is a number about change. And so to me, it feels like this gossip might be an outside force, and rather than just sit and let people create rumors or gossip about you, you're like, you know what? I can't control everything, but what I can control is me trying to use this to my favor, get something from it. Because you have the bag card here, to me it feels like you're trying to get that bag. You're trying to turn things into your favor, use it, make money, or create moves with it that make you more empowered and that allow you other opportunities to get things. So you're trying to get something from this gossip. You're trying to work with it instead of against it, because trying to dismantle stuff is a lot harder than trying to use it to your favor. And I think that's what you're doing, and you're manifesting that you're going to be able to do this because of the Manifestia card. Number 36 equals number 9, and then 16 reduces to number 7. So 9 and 7 both are numbers that are very spiritual, and not in the sense of trying to find religion necessarily, but in the sense of connecting with yourself. 9 is more connecting with others, having a humanitarian aspect with it. 7 is more introspection, so loving compassion with yourself. I think whatever these rumors are from, you are having compassion for whatever you did that was in part true with that rumors. Because I feel like whatever this rumor is, it's stemming from a truth that has gotten out of control. And so it's like you're trying to forgive yourself for whatever you did that caused this gossip to happen. Not saying it's your fault, but it's like I feel like this gossip is triggering something that you already kind of have resentment in yourself for doing or for letting happen. And so it's like you're having loving compassion for yourself, where you're forgiving yourself. And so I feel like you're trying to forgive yourself for whatever originated this gossip. Because the thing about gossip is that it always stems from a place of truth. And so it's not like you have to forgive yourself as in like you're victim shaming yourself. But I feel like this is something that inside you hold resentment or regret for. And so you have to have that inner compassion, that loving compassion for yourself in order to forgive yourself and release it from yourself holding on to it. Now, with the Older Man card, to me, this could be a physical person. It could be a man in your life that you were dealing with, because it says dealings or relationship with an older man. But more so what I'm getting from this card, it's the energy. So it's the masculine energy. And honestly, what it feels like is that where this gossip is stemming from, I feel like a lot of you, it's your workplace. And so with this masculine energy, it really feels like there is a controlling energy, and that is where this gossip is stemming from. And it feels like there's not a lot of room for growth. And I mean this both in terms of like moving up within the place that you work. I feel like wherever you got hired in at is kind of where people stay, and there's not really room to like move and get like more pay or a raise or a better title or promotion. And I also feel that it's in terms of energy there. I feel like a lot of people here, or the majority of the workplace that is causing this heavy energy with it, are immature, a little bit catty, maybe petty. They are not really growing as individuals. And I feel like that could be where there's a disconnect, because I feel like maybe some of you used to kind of fit in with those people at work. It's like you were more in those negative emotions, and you were creating gossip. You were doing a lot of the things that now you have outgrown, and you're starting to realize, like, I don't like doing that. I don't like this energy. And you're trying to get away from it. And I think that could be like what you have to have compassion for yourself for, because it's like, yes, like maybe you shouldn't have been doing that, but you can't go back. You can't change the past. So it's like all you can do is learn from it and move on. And so it's like you are having this growth, you are changing, and for some reason the other people are not, and it's like now you're outgrowing them, and it's like you're stuck in this place where you can't grow, but yet you are growing. And so it's like something's got to give, and I feel like that's where this change is coming from, because instead of trying to fight it and stay and allow yourself to not grow and deny yourself that, I really get the sense that you're supposed to put your energy into another place of working where you are creating your own sanctuary, with boat, money or property through an inheritance, winning, or a windfall. But also boat is travel, and travel represents growth, getting away. And so to me, it feels like you're leaving this workplace. It feels like you're going to be focusing on some other place to work that makes you feel a lot more peaceful, that you are manifesting your ideal place to work for. Because hammock, taking a vacation physically or mentally, I feel like not even about taking a vacation, but again, vacation, travel. It's about you actually removing yourself from a situation that is exhausting and draining you, and it's going to help you get that bag. I really get the sense that it's like you are putting your focus and your energy into yourself, into your manifestations, and as a result of that, your manifestations are going to allow you the opportunity to continue to grow and get away from this current energy here. I'm also going to read you from the guidebook for this clove card here, because this book is about like kitchen witch spells. So for cloves, it says, burn me with a red candle to put a stop to any gossip that is affecting you now, or to prevent and protect you from slander in the future. So I wanted to read that from the guidebook in case any of you were interested in doing that. I think it might help you out. But remember, with this Manifestia card, you have the ability to manifest things. And that is really what you are doing right now. You are creating change. You yourself are change. And so with that being said, it's like put your energy into what you truly want to do. And this also means take time to sit down with yourself and evaluate, like, okay, what are the issues with where I'm spending my time, with my environment? What is making it this more negative place that is not allowing me to grow? And figure out what is the issues within it, and then use that as a stepping off point to figure out what career or what place of work would be the best place for you, what would make you thrive, what would help you grow and bring you inner fulfillment and happiness, and also give you the security financially that you need for that switch of that career. Because the thing is, I understand if you right now are staying here because you don't have any other financial opportunities, or you feel like you're not going to be able to get the money that you need in order to have the stability, definitely stay with this job until you manifest something, until you are coming up with a plan. Because Spirit wants you to be logical with this. So with your circumstance, work with that. Because you can manifest while still holding on to what you have until that manifestation comes into fruition. Because the goddess of sanctuary says, no matter where I am home. The most sacred sanctuary is found within me. So you yourself are the one who's going to allow you to have this peace in order to allow you to continue to grow and take this vacation mentally. And so it's like, do what you can in the meantime to alleviate this gossip, the negative emotions, the heavy energy from your workplace. And then as you are trying to recharge yourself energetically, use that to focus your energy on things when you're outside of work in order to figure out what your plan is and make those moves forward. So there's no problem with like multitasking for this goal, for this manifestation. And so for those of you where you need to stay with this job because of the financial security, Spirit understands that, and Spirit's not telling you to go out and quit that job today and then try and find another job right away that's going to have the financial security you need. What Spirit's letting you know is that you are outgrowing this place, and you know that, you sense it, and for some reason you haven't fully acted on it yet. Spirit wants you to start acting on it, where you don't have to quit today, but keep it in the back of your mind that this is not going to be the place that you continue to work for forever, because the energy is too heavy. It's not working with you right now. It's actually hindering you. So you can stay here. And while you're here, remember the goddess of the sanctuary. No matter where I am home. The most sacred sanctuary is found within me. You can repeat that as an affirmation if you need to. And remember that your mindset is also going to help you overcome your obstacles and challenges. So you can take this mental vacation to try and ground yourself while you are there, and try not to let other people's energy affect you, especially those of you who are empaths. Make sure that you are really trying to protect your energy so other people aren't draining you. So remember that, like, you can control as much as you can with your mindset in the meantime, before this has fully come to fruition with this manifestation. So then while you're working there still, you can, on your times off or when you're home, you can try and figure out another plan, some other option that is going to feel more like your sanctuary for your career, that is going to allow you to feel energetically recharged, refreshed, and allow you to grow with your career, with your skill set, and with the things that you actually want from this career. And then once you figure that out, you can start looking for places, or some of you might actually decide that it's time to start your own company, or work for yourself, be independent in that regard. But really it's about like figuring out the plan, figuring out the steps to do it, and then making sure that it's feasible before you do it. And what you're being told is you have the ability to manifest it. So if you feel like right now you're not financially set to do that, keep working towards it, keep manifesting it. Remember that you are capable of manifesting anything at this moment, and as you're working towards it, it's gonna become secure. You're going to have the financial independence that you need in order to do it. And then you are going to be able to leave this place and go with those other pursuits. So it's like you can do it within reason, using logic and doing what works for you. Because Spirit is telling you like what you are now able to focus on and spend your energy doing that's gonna be productive for you. But Spirit wants you to be wise with it and make sure that you are actually helping yourself instead of hindering yourself. Because the thing is, Spirit doesn't want you to exhaust yourself before you fully get where you wanna go. So it's like, you know what's running, how they say don't sprint the whole race, because then you're gonna end up tiring yourself out. That's what would happen right now. Like, if you don't have some sort of a plan and you just go and you quit because of the energy here, that is kind of gonna make you burn yourself out trying to figure out what to do, trying to figure out your footing before your manifestation has come to fruition. So if you're like working on a specific goal or manifestation, make sure that you are having a plan. Now, if you have a plan to quit this job, you have another job lined up, and then from there you can figure out what you're trying to manifest, you can do that. Just make sure that you're doing what resonates for you, and that you are listening to your own intuition to take control of the situation, where you're working with your energy and you are creating your sanctuary and having the security that you need. Really, that's what it comes down to, is listening to your own independence when it comes to your own security in all regards of life, and with your control over that life to create this change that's beneficial for you, because this is a beneficial change and shift in your energy. That Spirit wants you to focus on things that are helping you grow and helping you evolve as a person in all areas of life. And so really, like, just start focusing your energy on yourself, on your happiness, and what you want to manifest and what you need to walk away and release yourself from, so that you can live the life that you want. And so Spirit really just wants you to focus on yourself, focus on your happiness, your own growth, and in turn that will help you focus on your manifestations so that you can move towards the things that you want, that are going to be productive for your life, and release the things that are no longer serving you. This is really about you like taking control of your life and focusing on that, and focusing on your own sanctuary within yourself, within your life, so you enjoy your life, and realize that you're able to accomplish anything you set your mind to, as long as you have some patience and you really focus and dedicate yourself on bringing it into your life and making a plan that's going to work with you. And so I sense the universe is going to be helping you with all of this. It's just a matter of you actually taking this control over your life, where you are not allowing yourself to be stifled or prevented from growing just because of the situation or circumstance that you are in. Because I really feel like you have some people in your life who don't want to let you grow, who don't want to see you succeed, and it's like, you shouldn't let them win. Like, you get to define your own life. You get to do things for yourself. And so sometimes that means cutting people out. And so I really get the sense it's like, this is going to be a beneficial shift for you. And you're gonna feel so much better once you are able to leave this current environment. Leave this current environment and reclaim that control over what you want to do and what you are doing with your time and your energy, instead of allowing others to drain you. So I really hope this resonates for you. Let me know in the YouTube comments down below if you have any questions about this. Please give this video a big thumbs up and share with others who need to hear it if you liked it. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure that you're subscribed and you turn on that bell notification so you see when I post my next video. If you want to get your own in-depth private reading, I do sell them. You can check out my Etsy shop, or you can message me on Facebook or Instagram. Everything's going to be linked in the description box down below, and I'm going to have more videos for you to watch next, linked in the cards above, and I can't wait to see you all in my next video. I hope you have a good one. Bye.